Monday morning, live from Aeroparque, that's Jorge Newbery Airport in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Starting a new trip report today. It's a short one, thankfully. So it's more or less an out and back. Um, as far as new products, I'll be reviewing. Finally, be getting to the 4 points brand. It's weird. It's 4 points by Sheraton, but anyway, it's under the Marriott Bonvoy hotel grouping. And the flagship review of this trip report is going to be the new Latam business class suites. So we'll see, wait and see if anybody gets on. I know it's early. I'm at Edo Parque, Jorge Newbery International Airport. This is the smaller of the two airports in Buenos Aires, the much more convenient airport. But if you're flying internationally out of this airport, you're not going to find any lounges, nor priority pass restaurants, as most of the major card issuers in America have taken priority pass restaurants away. There are a few leftover options. I believe the Bank of America Premier Rewards Elite card, you can still eat at restaurants. So I'll just take a quick walk through, see what's going on through duty free here. See if anybody hops on. I know it's a Monday, not the greatest day to go live on a Monday morning, but figured I would nonetheless. So if anybody's new to this channel, just to understand what I do on this channel, I make reviews of airline flights, hotels, airline lounges. For a while, I did rental cars, but it wasn't really that popular, so I stopped doing that. I don't really rent cars as much anymore. But yeah, the main thing is airline reviews, hotel reviews, and lounge reviews that I make. And obviously, with all this stuff, is subjective, especially the airline reviews as far as the experiences I have are going to be subjective. Flight of Barrett, yep, in a random duty free shop. And the duty free shop used to show you guys something because there is not much to this airport. Very small airport. Any plans thingy? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Any plans today? Is that what you mean? At the watch section? Which this stuff's going to be expensive, man. Duty free. No, it's not really a deal in most cases. Oh, the planes. Okay. Yeah, there's no plane to show, unfortunately. Yeah, the windows aren't that great and it's still dark here. So we wouldn't be able to see much right now. Yeah, this isn't a great at least not in this section anyway. Honestly, the domestic section of this airport is better. But unfortunately, you can't get there. They're not connected, so you can't get to the other side. And that's where the only airline lounge is in this airport. It's on the domestic side only, unfortunately. So if you are a fan of planes, flight of B- flight of Barat, yeah, subscribe to the channel, man. I've got a lot of short content, plane spotting stuff, different aircraft spotting that I see in my travels. But let me see. We can try to take a walk. The windows are a little restricted. And if we walk over to a gate across the way, as you can see, yeah, windows are very restricted. It's still dark out. so wouldn't see much. Guess that's the one advantage about a small airport. You can get in and out pretty easy. And you should see it. The windows, yeah, there's another wall beyond that. And just the glare. You just can't get close enough really to see anything well, es- especially not well through a phone. If the view is going to be distorted. But with this being a smaller airport, you're not going to see as many wide bodies. It's mostly Aerolíneas Argentinas, Gold, Gold Airlines, which goes to São Paulo. Out of here, you can kind of see there's Aerolíneas Argentina across the way moving. Yeah, looks to be a 737-8 across the way. Yeah, you can see it, but it's not the easiest to see with all the glare from the lights and the fact that it's dark outside. But one cool thing about this airport is that because it is right by the city, yeah, if you're sitting on the correct side of the plane when you're landing or taking off, you get an excellent view of the city of Buenos Aires. And the view is 100 times better than the view of when you're arriving into uh Ezeiza, Ezeiza International Airport, which is the airport that's further away from the city. What's up, the food fenster? Hello, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're from. From the UK. Okay, so it's already afternoon where you're at. So maybe you can answer this, the food fenster. So you're in the UK. This airport, I don't know if this is maybe the. I know they've got London Gatwick and Stansted. So maybe this. I mean, I don't know if this airport's comparable to Gatwick or Stansted can in comparison to Heathrow. Now, I'm not saying that Ezeiza Airport is that large, not like Heathrow, nowhere near, but again, it's a international airport. Well, this you do have international flights out of this airport, not nearly as many, and you really won't see you don't see wide bodies out of this airport. So I appreciate it, the food fenster. If you like this type of content, airline reviews, lounge reviews, hotel reviews, then we'll definitely subscribe. And just in general, ab geek stuff. Yeah, like aircraft, spotting different aircraft. You just get a more interesting mix depending where you're at. Yeah, it really depends where you're at. I would say in South America, probably I appreciated the food fenster. Hello, Eddie guy. Yeah, probably the most interesting place to spot planes in South America has got to be at Sao Paulo Airport, Guarulhos, Guarulhos Airport is probably you get a ton of international traffic from Europe. They even have a Fifth Freedom flight from Air China out of Guarulhos. Amit, hello, hello. But yeah, so I would say this is an airport where if you're visiting Buenos Aires, yeah, and if you're not leaving too early in the morning, it's probably better to have your breakfast at the hotel complimentary because again, the options are very limited. Okay, food fenster, take care, man. Outback Steakhouse, you've got And of course, you're going to pay inflated prices eating here. Yeah, well, it's true that Buenos Aires was once a fairly good deal with currency exchange. Things have gotten more expensive over the last couple of years for sure. Essentially, you got three restaurants: Outback Steakhouse, Florida Gardens, got a kiosk here. You can buy some snacks, sweet stuff if you want. And you got Fausto. So, yeah, that's really what makes up the eating options in this and vending machines at certain gates. Looks like some instant coffee machines as well. So, if you are just joining me, yeah, this is kicking off a new trip report. Again, with the highlight of this trip report being the new Latam business class suites. If you're not familiar with that, Latam has a new business class that's, I believe it's currently on three of their Dreamliner 787-8s. They will be eventually refitting the 787s, all of the 787-8s. I don't believe, and I think some select 787-9s, because some of the 787-9s have their, I don't even know how to describe, not the new, but their latest rendition of the business class that you see on all of the 767s. Really, the difference is this one will have a door. I believe it's going to be identical to the product that Iberia uses on their A350s, the ones with the suites with the doors. So Latam is, I'll give them credit. Latam has invested a lot in their aircraft as well as the lounges too. Hoping to see a new Latam lounge in Lima, hopefully opening in August. So that is the main goal of this trip. So I'll be reviewing that and putting the review up as soon as I can with that, because I know that's something people want to see. And there isn't a lot of information, not a lot of trip reports, maybe only a handful of the new Latam product. So hope to bring it to you soon. And I'll also be visiting the Four Points brand too, under the Marriott Bonvoy label. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me this Monday morning. Like again, I wish I had more to show you, but probably going to be signing off here. I do appreciate those who did check in. And hopefully, yeah, next time live from a more lively scene, larger airport lounge or hotel or something like that. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'm gonna get myself down to my gate and get ready to board here soon. So I'll catch you guys next time.